start, so a quick little recap. The story thus far for If Underfell. We have tackled Sansa's route, Grilby's route, the Harem route, which is the three Scully brothers, Gaster, Papyrus, and Sans together, as well as Gaster's own route, followed by Papyrus, and today we are tackling Asriel, Flowey's route. Before going for the friendship route, it has come to my attention more routes are being added, so this list could get longer. Besides that, we are also going to be doing If Mafia Fell as well as If Underswap. I'll also be going back to If Dusttail because I have a few endings to tackle in that as well. I am still determined to complete this. Regardless of how many new stuff gets added, I am covering it all. I am that determined. The thought fills me with determination. Now let's get on with the show and let's go for this cute, adorable flower child. Technically, he's an adult in this, but still, we often call him a flower child. Hello my little stars and welcome back to Underfell. If by the darkpetal16, this by here is Flowey / Asriel's route. So I have fast forwarded to the point where we first meet Flowey. So let's begin. Taking a few steps forward, you are caught off guard when a flower sprouts out of the ground in front of you. The flower is unlike any of the others, thankfully. It is slightly bigger and most notably has a face on it. Although the face looks badly damaged and the petals are wilting. The flower notices you immediately and lets out a whimper. A human! What are you doing here? You tell the flower you fell and you point it up. Oh no! You should leave! This place isn't safe! You ask the flower what happened to it. The flower winces. I'm not very strong, so the others like to pick on me when they see me. The spot is usually safe to hide. Again, we should technically ask the flower what exactly does he mean, usually is safe to hide. Why? What happens every other time he comes here when it is not? The flower looks at you expectantly. You notice there's a slight tremble to it. It was afraid of you. That's a first. Well, okay, a lot of this is a first. Surviving the fall, meeting a talking flower, having the flower be afraid of you. All of this makes perfect sense. For the flower to be afraid, you are bigger, he is smaller. You are a human who may or may not pick flowers in your lifetime, and he is a small flower whom you could probably flip right out of the ground. Also on top of that, he confirmed that he's been attacked several times already. He's traumatized. And also, I say it again, if you've seen the flowers in Alice in Wonderland, you know you can't trust flowers. But of course you can trust this version. You ask the flower why he's afraid of you. Aren't you gonna kill me? The flower asks. Those are the rules of this world. It's kill or be killed down here. Yeah, but I literally just told you I fell. Don't you think it's my first time down here? And on top of that, you're the first thing I've met and talked to. Shouldn't I be like saying to you, like, wait, are you going to kill me, yes or no? I mean, you are literally a monster. He could probably strangle me with his vines. And you tell him you would never hit such a cutie. The flower gives you a confused look. What? You smile and reassure the flower you will not attack. The flower smiles weakly at that. Do you not know where you are? Don't you realise the danger you're in? You ask the flower to elaborate. You're in Underfell. In this kingdom, it's kill or be killed. Has it always been kill or be killed? Or was that like something established by Asgore after the war? Like, can we elaborate a little bit on that? That goes double for humans. Understandable. Every human who's ever fallen down here has died. Every human? That's definitely a problem. It'd be a shame to survive such a spectacular fall and to die an hour later. Again, I have huge belief in myself, don't I? I'm going to survive an hour. You realise this might explain the superstition about the mountain, which you didn't care to elaborate earlier, and still went to this supposedly, you know, mountain that makes people disappear. And you still go up this freaking mountain knowing people have disappeared. What is wrong with you? It is said anyone who ventures into the mountain do not return. It is a notorious legend that they no longer send search parties and rescue parties for those who go missing between the searchers, since also the searchers go missing. As we know by Sans literally saying, I've killed 60 people. Over 100 people have come down here and they're all dead. Well, yeah, I'm really good at my job. Sans, you're not in this one. I am. Yeah, but you're not here now. Go away. All right. But you're the one who started talking about me. I didn't talk about you. Doesn't mean you appear. Okay, I'm leaving. Good. What's the smiling trash bar doing in the scene? I'm sorry, Flowey. I apparently summoned him from the depths of Underfell. Well, don't do it again. I won't, I'm sorry. God, I'll forgive you. Do they all fall into the mountain and meet the same fate? It's not even a blessing you survived the fall. Most don't. Because that means the monsters will get you instead. Flowey mumbles. I don't suppose you can climb. You look up at where you fell. You don't think you can climb that, and then you tell the flowers that. Huh, sorry, human, the flower said. I wish I could help you. I really do, but I can't even help myself. The flower shrinks into itself, hunching over. You give the flower a smile and reassure it that you'll be okay. Will you? Yeah, because I got Flowey. That's right, because you have you. The flower looks up at you, or smile, and tentatively smiles back at you. I think introductions are in order. Howdy, I'm Flowey. Flowey the flower. Who are you? I'm Twinkle. That's a nice name. Is it your only name? Your face twists. It is not. You have a nickname. Frisk. What a very unfortunate nickname I have. It's embarrassing that only those close to you know about. I guess. Flowey bounces a bin place and smiles. That's a funny name. I think your real name is nicer. You thank him. Flowey bops his head. You ask him how you can leave since you can't climb. You'll have to go out the main barrier, says Flowey. Before that, you'll need to escape these ruins. You glance around the cave. These are ruins? Yes, although it's mostly serves as a graveyard now, Flowey said. Up ahead, you'll understand. It seems like Flowey knows his way around. You ask Flowey if he could show you the way out. May, but I'm weak. I can't protect you. Flowey stampers nervously. You reassure Flowey that's okay. You can protect both of you. After all, you're going to smooch a flower. Well, smooch a goat, but still. Flowey looks startled. Both of us? You would protect me? Well, yeah, because you didn't attack me, unlike main Undertale, Flowey. Ha! Stupid human, you totally deserve... Shut up, Flowey, you're not in this either. Huh? But I am. Not you, Flowey, the other Flowey. You are okay, my little companion. Other main Undertale game, Flowey, go away. I don't know what to say. Flowey lowers his head. He falls silent for a minute before he looks back, up and offers you a weak smile. If you're sure, then thank you. I want to come with you, although I can't move right now. I'm too weak. I had to use magic. Some magic to escape. Again, I would have loved to have asked him, like, what was he escaping from? Was he escaping from Frogage? Was he escaping from, one of the other monsters? Or was it from Tori? In that case, we'll have to find something to carry Flowey in. He mentioned that there were other humans who fell before. Perhaps they might have something left behind when they fell. You don't see anything in your immediate area, so you'll have to look ahead. You tell him you'll be right back. With the backpack and first aid in hand, you return to Flowey. The fire monster brightens up when he notices you. You're okay. Thank goodness, he says. You smile at him and tell him you have something for him. For me? What? You take out the first aid kit first and start to apply it. He flinches at the wipes and then smiles at you again when you put a bandage on his face. Thank you, human. No one's ever been so nice to me in a very long time. Oh, poor thing. You show Flowey the backpack and ask if he's okay to join you in this way. Yes, that's perfect. Until I'm strong enough to move around again, it will do nicely. That's good. You're pleased Flowey is happy. You carefully scoop dirt into the backpack, and then you gently place Flowey inside. His roots tickle your hands as he settles them. You slip the backpack on. It is time to move on. When you re-enter the room with the mounds, you spare another glance at the graves. These are the graves of the humans that died from the fall, Flowey explains. The runeskeeper Toriel buries them here. Toriel? Your expression of plain curiosity encourages Flowey to continue. She's not good. She's kind of crazy. Flowey worriedly looks around the room. She acts nice to the humans who survive and then kills them. Don't trust her. Unfortunately, the only way out of the ruins is through a house. You'll have to sneak by her somehow. That sounds dangerous. You linger at the graves. You want to offer a prayer for them, which we're going to do. Each step in your journey is met with an echo. The halls and caverns of these ruins are massive and empty. The silence is overbearing. If not for your footsteps, you might have gone insane in that silence. Flowey doesn't say a word. You get the feeling that the flower monster is tired. He rests his head on your shoulders as you walk. What feels like 10 minutes go by until Flowey speaks. He says, "Be careful of the discarded traps. These ruins used to have a lot of puzzles and traps, but the last human that came through here destroyed them. No one has bothered to reset them." As you progress through the dilapidated structure, you wonder what this place used to be for. It must have been something before it became ruins, right? You ask Flowey. "I don't know," Flowey admits. "It's been ruins to me, and I'm too scared to approach the other monsters by myself to ask." You assure Flowey that's okay. Maybe you can figure it out together. We then proceed to ask Flowey about the writing. You motion to one of the pillars and ask Flowey about the writing. Flowey squints. "I'm sorry, Twinkle, I can't read that." "That's okay. Maybe we'll meet a monster who can." You enter another room, and to your surprise, you're not alone. Croaks a gravelly voice. "Here comes Frogget." "Oh no, a monster!" Flowey's voice cracks with fear. "Run away!" The frog monster is about half your size and twice your weight. It looks at you with beady eyes. You feel something inside of you stir. There's a rush of energy, something familiar and tangible. Is a sensation similar to when you were falling in the first place. You are filled with determination. Your heart pumps into your chest and there's a glow inside of you waiting to burst free. Flowey gasps. "Your soul! It's visible!" You look down at your chest. Yes, it is. A heart in the colour of... wretched yellow. That's you. That's your soul. The accumulation of your being. But why do you see it? And why do others? Humans with a soul strong enough to be visible are our #1 targets in Underfell, Flowey says nervously. Now the Froggen knows you're one of them. You'll have to kill him to make sure he can't tell anyone else. In this world, it's kill or be killed. You don't play by those rules. That's right. There has to be another way. You turn to Froggen, who opens his mouth and lets a stream of flies. The flies fly erratically at you. "Don't let it touch your soul!" Flowey cries out. You step back narrowly, dodging the flies. They disperse moments later. You put your phone away to ensure you don't accidentally drop it. The time is now. You are filled with determination. Of course, we have successfully beat Frogget. "Why did you do that? You should have killed him," Flowey tells you, worry evident in his tone. "If the other monsters know about your soul, you'll be hunted." You tell Flowey you'll be okay. At this point, of course, we're questioning why the other human destroyed the traps, and Flowey then proceeds to say, "You're different from the other humans," Flowey observes. "Why do you care about broken puzzles?" Why indeed? Another question instead, why do monsters have puzzles and traps? It seems like it would make things harder. "I don't know," Flowey admits. "Not all the monsters like puzzles. It's just that ones that do go pretty hard on them." Does Flowey? "Me? Sometimes, I guess, and you?" You don't have a chance to answer, as you notice another monster in your way. Oh, this one is not a frog. The red outline ghost has a sinister smile on his face, and the line is reminiscent to dry tears down each of his eyes. Here comes Napsterblook. So, we of course defeated Napsterblook. The path is clear and you must carry on with your journey. "You aren't even trying to attack them," Flowey says, his tone dubious. "Why would you? Do you not think you'll be killed? Do you not think they'll kill you? It's a kill or be killed world. The humans before you understood that." Did they? Of course they did. Humans are monsters. There might be some odd exceptions every now and then, but at a whole, there's no way we can all get along. That's weird, because aren't I getting along with you, Flowey? You disagree. Flowey smiles weakly at you. "I admire your determination, even if it's misplaced." You disagree again. Your determination is what makes you you. It hadn't led you wrong yet. You don't think humans and monsters can't get along. Quite the opposite. You think they could get along very well. You tell Flowey this to Flowey, who gives you a wan smile. "Yeah, shouldn't I have just turned around and just told him straight? Well, if monsters and humans can't get along, Flowey, why are me and you getting along then?" "Huh? What's your answer to that, my little friend?" Flowey stretches up from his spot in the backpack, and he gently nudges into your neck. "You can do this, Twinkle. Let's get through this together." With a firm nod, you head up the stairs. The front door, a black thing made of old wood, offers no resistance as you push it open. Contrary to the outside, the inside is well kept. There are numerous candles that cast a warm glow around the front room. Stepping inside, your boots sink into the golden carpet, and there's a hallway to your right and a hallway to your left. And right in front of you are the stairs. You've just entered Toriel's home. Flowey whispers, The way out is down the stairs. Hurry before Tori notices us. You follow Flowey's advice and head down the stairs. They lead to a long, empty hallway. It feels rather strange to be going further down in order to ultimately climb up and out of the mountain, but this whole ordeal is so strange. So what's a little bit more strangeness? When you make it out of here, you're certain that other humans will want to meet the monsters. Yes, I am probably positive of that. Reached the end of the long hall and arrived at the massive door. There is a padlock in front of the door, and a quick jimmy shows that it's locked, because this version of Toriel is super smart. If you want the humans to not get themselves killed, lock the frickin' door, for God's sake! Destroy the bridge, Papyrus! And, just don't let the human get out, or place bones at the point where the humans fall in, Sans. You'll never have to deal with another genocide. You're welcome. I'm here all week giving you advice on how you can avoid a genocide with 3 easy steps. A human? You turn around from the locked door and face a tall monster. Her voice is soft and gentle, a contradiction to the uneasy feeling you're getting when you stare into her big yellow eyes. Just like Frogget, she has animal characteristics. She's mostly like a goat, with a head shaped that way and 2 white horns at the top of her head. She's wearing tattered robes and has large clawed hands, and are clutching together tightly. You don't want to go out that way, she says. It's Toriel, Flowey whispers in your ear. Run! Flowey, I said this last time, I'm going to say it again. Where do I run to? She's right in front of me. Like, seriously, if I run past her, she's going to hit the bag, fry Flowey, and then kill me. There is no way I could engage in the situation without her hitting Flowey. If I put my back to her, she's going to hit the flower first. Either she goes through me or she kills Flowey. You ask Tori why not. They'll be much crueler. Come, human. You must be tired, right? Why don't you come and join me for some tea? Don't trust her, Flowey warned. She'll kill you. You choose not to trust Toriel. We're still carrying the fight with Tori, and then this happens. You roll under the flame and pop up right in front of her. You're close enough to hit her. You could hurt her. You will not. Attack her! Fight! Flowey's voice is shrill in your ears. You tell her you don't want to hurt her, and she scrambles away from you and shrieks, You think I do? You tell her you don't want to fight, and she screams at you. You must fight back! She throws more fireballs. Oh, Mama Tori. They wildly soar around you. Are you insane, Twinkle? Attack her! Flowey, look at her attacks. She's not attacking me. She is sparing me. She doesn't want to hurt me. This is hard for Mama Tori. This is hard for your mother. Even though you technically don't know that's your mum. But you refuse. What are you doing? Tori's voice cracks. Her yellow eyes widen maniac. Stop, I'll hurt you. You will not attack her. Do something, anything! She screams, her form shaking, her fire flickering in and out of existence. Fight me, attack me! Look, if I said no to Flowey, my little flower, I'm going to keep saying no to you, Mama Tori. I don't care if it's 2 members of the same family. I refuse. I'm not going to. She shrieks, sending a wall of flames at you. There is no way to dodge, and you brace yourself for death. However, the flames has no heat to it. The magic inside has lost its malice. Tori falls to her knees, clutching her head. I don't understand. I don't understand. I will kill you. I have to. It's kill or be killed in this world. You hug her. Go hug poor Mama Tori. Damn you, Asgore. You made Mama Tori cry. You drop to your knees and hug her, and she shudders under your touch. And at once her arms envelop you. She is shaking in your arms. It's so much crueler out there, sweet human. Tori whispers. At least here I would have put your soul to rest. You pat her back. She squeezes you tightly, burying her face in your shoulder. Thank you, she whispers, her voice coming out in a raspy croak. Thank you, it's been so long. You tell her you're happy to be her friend. I'm happy to be your child. Adopt me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I wish that were true, she whispers. You ask her why she doesn't think that way. My husband. Tori trails off. You should avoid him. Sneak past him if at all possible. There's no point, that sneaky bugger. He freaking comes sneaky waking up behind me all the goddamn time. Bloody Oscar. Wait till I get a hold of him. Tori trails off, a distant look in her voice. When you give her a squeeze, she startles and hugs you back fiercely. Mama, you're gonna squeeze me to death. I'm so sorry. It says I'm just so happy. You're a nice human. You're a sweet human. Yes, Mama. I know I am. Mama, you're still squeezing me too tight. I'm sorry. I wish you good luck, sweet human, she says. I hope you do not meet any other monster down here, so you may be spared their cruelty. But I'm gonna make freaking Sans behind the door, aren't I? Oh, great. We're gonna go see the smarty trash bag. Just what I want on my freaking route. Flowey. What? I'm just saying, you're still a smarty trash bag. She seems reluctant to let you go, but after another minute of hugging, she does. I will unlock the doors for you. Please, do your best to survive, okay, human? You are sure you will. She hesitates. May I know your name, dear human? You tell her your name. Tori smiles. Twinkle, I will not forget you. I hope very dearly that you do not lose your kindness in the world. You hope so too, and it's time to leave the ruins. You only died twice. This is the lowest amount of deaths possible here. Good luck. It seems like you and Flowey are on the way to becoming two peas in a pod. You've obtained a mysterious chain. It looks important. You hug Tori, and she won't forget your warmth. Okay, now it's time to go and meet Sans. Yay. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me. How many times is he gonna kill me in this route done? Oh, bloomin' heck. Okay, so you left the ruins. I can't believe you made it out without killing anyone, Flowey says. He lifts his head off of your shoulders and beams at you. You're amazing. You are an amazing woman. Oh my god, I'm going back to talking to myself. I shiver. It is rather chilly, isn't it? Your indigo eyes appear round. There's not much to see aside from the snow and leafless black trees. A small wind picks up some snow flurries that dance across your pair of leggings. Are you cold here in Snowdon? Flowey asks with concern. You admit you aren't well dressed to be trekking through some snow. Flowey places his leaves on your back. There is a tingling sensation and suddenly you are much warmer. I don't have much magic, but I can at least keep you warm, Flowey says with a shy smile. You turn your head to better face him, and he bumps your nose against his in a nuzzling manner. And since you're protecting both of us, you should keep warm. Oh, you gently bump your head against his. You thank Flowey. You feel much better about your journey now. You take your next step through the snow. It's deep enough that your entire foot sinks into it. Luckily, your boots are the water-resistant kind. You walk through the snow and keep your gaze sharp to look for any potential monsters or traps. If monsters loved puzzles so much, you expect to run into them at some point. It was completely silent in the snowy forest, except for your footsteps. You wondered what you will face. Flowey raises his head. I haven't left the ruins in a long time. The monsters outside are much stronger. You have to be careful. You can't imagine that the snow... You imagine the snow isn't comfortable for the flower either. Flowey chuckles. Yeah, past snow and it warms up. It's only snow here. Oh, you were about to ask why when... Snip, snap, you stop walking. What's wrong? Flowey asks. You didn't step on anything that can make that sound. You look around. You seem a little spooked, human, drawls a deep, gravelly voice. Oh, great. My favourite frickin' pod. I'm gonna get murdered by Sans because I can't flirt with him to keep him happy. Because the problem is, since I'm going after Flowey / Asriel, I can't flirt with anyone. Flowey really gets jealous. He does not like you flirting with anyone if you're trying to go down his route. So, you turn around to face the owner of the new voice. Yeah, I died. Whoopie-doodah. Be careful, Flowey whispers in your ear. I don't trust this guy. Understandable. I'm hurt, Sans sarcastically drawls out, his grin never leaving. Come on, human. You want to get out of the cold, don't you? You do. Flowey's magic is appreciated, but it's not flawless. You shouldn't stay in the snow longer than necessary. Sans takes the lead. You notice he doesn't sink into the snow like you do. So we proceed to ask him about it. Why the fuck would I know, he mutters. You ask Flowey. Well, I think it's because the environment is enriched with magic. Flowey bounces in the backpack, his face scrunched up. I've only been here once, when it was snowing, and I saw it leak out of those crystals above. Flowey points to the red glowing stalactites. That's interesting. Where does the water come from? There's a marsh past Snowdon, explains Flowey. A river runs through the whole kingdom. A marsh underground? How does anything grow without sunlight? Magic, says Flowey. Yes, of course. Keep up, Indigo Eyes, says Sans. What a jerk, Flowey mutters in your ear. For once, I actually agree with him. He is being a jerk. You pick up the pace. You pass through the snowy forest, leading out to a wide clearing. Sans stops at the end of the path and points to the far right. That way will take you to Snowdon, says Sans. Of course, you'll have to get approved to enter by the boss first. Boss? Yep, Sans puts his hand in his pocket. He should be here any second. Oh, wow. This is really suspicious, Flowey whispers. So, of course, we've met Papyrus now. You crossed the line drawn in the snow. You did it! You made it through the puzzle. Wow, Sans says. First try, beginner's luck, huh? Twinkle is very smart, Flowey loudly says behind you. Well done, human, says Papyrus. He said he's letting you pass now that you've completed the quiz. That just means that you're one step closer to being friends with Papyrus. The thought of it fills you with determination. Papyrus waits for you to reach the end of the bridge, and as soon as your feet touch solid ground, you are instantly relieved. Well, enjoy your stay, Indigo Eyes, says Sans. He waves you goodbye as he leaves. We made it to Snowdon, Twinkle, says Flowey. Yes, yes you did. Okay. You notice some monsters in the road. They ignore you. At least they're not attacking you. Snowdon is one of the few villages outside the kingdom, Flowey explains. The monsters here tend to stay disconnected. Okay, so now I'm going to go and explore with Flowey for a bit, and then I will be back. So, yeah, when it comes to, like, Flowey's route, we're going to be, like, a little cat and pasty all over there, because I don't want to, like, do too much in certain things with Flowey. You spot a familiar face. It's your cuddle buddy. Greater Jaw bounds over to you with their armor clanging with each step. They have something in their mouth. When they bend over to show you, you see it's a stick. They're offering you a stick. You realize it's a very important to Greater Dog. This stick is a treasured stick. You carefully accept the stick. Greater Dog nuzzles your face. Their nose is cold and wet, and they lick your cheek. What? Don't do that, Flowey squeaks from behind. Don't kiss her. You giggle from how ticklish their tongue is on your cheek. They pull away, their tail wagging happily. You thank them for the stick. You decide to keep it in the backpack with Flowey. It's just a stupid stick, Flowey mutters. You gained a stick. Congratulations. So Flowey got a bit hostile there. He didn't like the dog licking me. I wonder if that's the first time we get to see, like, Flowey actually properly, like, worried. Because he knows that a lick is not going to hurt me. It's more if he doesn't like people kissing me. Okay, let's see. We're here grown down an alleyway. Off the main road, there's an alleyway squashed between two buildings. Oops, wait. Okay, let's go with, you hear groans down an alleyway. Off to the main road, there's an alleyway squashed between two buildings. The building on the left appears to be some kind of barn in Grillby's, and the building on the right says Sydney's. You notice a lot of buildings use a Z instead of an S. Must be a monster thing. The alleyway seems to serve as a side road to connect the shop road to the houses behind. Down this particular alleyway, you hear a low groan. Ugh. You see a dog monster laying half buried in the snow. Kill him, says Flowey. What? No, why do you instantly want to kill him? Don't you see his armor? He's from the royal guards, Flowey protests. He'll kill you as soon as he notices you. No, you're not going to kill anyone. Twinkle! You turn your head to gently bump your head against Flowey. He smiles at you. You approach the monster. He has black and white fur and wears a spiked collar. You bend down to gently shake the monster. He lets out another low groan. You have some monster who needs help. Help. The monster slurs his words, then hiccups. He struggles to move and only ends up flailing in the snow. Yes. Thankfully, the dog monster is very lightweight. You move the backpack to your front, to face front, and then you hustle the dog onto your back. He weighs less than a standard bicycle, which surprised you as he's an average height. He hiccups into your ear. Gross, he's drunk, Flowey complains. My home. He hiccups again and vaguely points out to the right. With much effort, his added weight makes you sink further into the snow with each step. You manage to carry him to his home. He fumbles with his key before opening the front door. You take him inside and place him on his couch and give him a good pat, because he's a very good dog. You tell him he's a good dog, and his tail wags. Then you take your leave satisfied with what you've done, and you re-enter Snowdon. Okay, let's see. Is there any point in going inside the bar? I'm just gonna get instantly killed again. So, I am curious though, did we get a reaction from Flowey in the bar? Okay, so we've already helped the drunken dog down the alleyway. We also helped the deer monster with the ornaments. There was no interaction with Flowey there, that's why I didn't include it. So now let's find out if anything changes with the bar scene. You notice a bar at the far end of the village named Grillby's. You go inside. You step inside and immediately greeted by warm air, the smell of greasy food, and loud chatter. Loud chatter that immediately died as soon as you stepped inside. There are dozens of monsters in the bar, each of them wearing a uniform vaguely similar to Papyrus. Oh shit. You're a fucking dumbass, aren't ya? Sends laughs from the bar. Yeah, you entered a bar filled with the royal guards, really? Shall be someone in a trash bag, Flowey snaps at Sans. You don't have a chance to respond because one of the dog guards throws an axe the size of you right at your head. It splits your head open in one clean swipe. You have died. It was an accident. Shut up, Sans. You aren't even here in the freaking game over scene. So don't you go giving your dumb puns. Chuck, when you die like that. Okay, that was new. Flowey actually reacted to Sans. In no other event has he ever spoken inside the bar, but he actually told Sans straight. He was not happy with the fact that Sans took great pleasure in what was going to happen next. So well done. Flowey defended me and told Sans straight. Either he did that because Sans was laughing at us or because he really didn't want to hear that mockery. But then again, it had to have been because Flowey is starting to grow very attached to us, because in every other route he doesn't do that. As far as I've seen, at no other point has Flowey ever just suddenly shouted across to tell Sans to shut up. So I think our flower is warming up to us. That is so cute. I love that. That small little thing there. That was really cute. Okay, so we have 2 things left to do now. So we're gonna go and help the bunny clean up the toilet paper. You notice a purple bunny woman trying to pry toilet paper off at the front of a stall. She's muttering under her breath as she does. She has a lot of toilet paper to remove. It will likely take her a long time. You decide to offer a hand and Flowey senses your intentions right away. What are you doing? Why? Shouldn't we just focus on getting past Papyrus? Yeah, but it's not going to take long to help her, Flowey. But Twinkle. You'll be okay. It won't hurt to help someone else. Here it does. These monsters might not be attacking you right now, but given the chance, they will kill you. It's a kill or be killed down here, you know? And you just literally walked into the bar and got murdered. What's to say she won't kill you? Because, Flowey, that never happened. We resetted. What do you mean? Trust me, my little flower. It's okay. You aren't dead now, and neither are any monsters. Except for Sans, if I get a hold of him later. Those aren't the rules you go by. Flowey doesn't know how to argue that. He wilts. I just don't want to see you get hurt. Please be careful. Oh, I'm sorry, Flowey. I'm so really upset that you got killed in the bar. Oh, it's okay, my little flower. I won't do it again. Promise? I promise, Flowey. Good. You reassure him that you will. You approach the woman with a smile, and she wearily eyes you. Oh, what do you want? You offer to help clean up. Why? Why not? She squints at you. Were you let in? Yes. She leans back and peers down the end of the road. You both can see Papyrus waiting for you. She lets out a sigh. Sure, knock yourself out. I'm wondering if flirting by here counts. I'm just going to say this one instead of this, because I don't know if that affects Flowey. I'm assuming it doesn't affect Flowey, but just in case it does, I am not going to do that. Does Flowey talk again? No, he doesn't. Okay. But that was cute. Flowey had another, like, interaction there where he says that he gets concerned about you, and I thought it was really cute. But that was a nice little thing with him. I don't know if anything happens if we interact with Grillby. As long as I don't flirt with Grillby, it's fine. So, let's go. In the corner of your eye, you see something bright that catches your attention. Because Flowey does talk here, and I know he does. You turn your head to look. You see a monster in the shape of a man stepping out the side of Grillby's. The monster is made of purple flames with a magenta center. The flames darken near the end. You can kind of remember seeing the monster in the back of Grillby's right before you took an axe to the face. The monster stepped out into a small alleyway where you previously helped carry the drunken dog monster home. You can have a better look at him now. He's wearing a black suit, pants, and a dark jacket with a white fur hood lining. It looks similar to Sans. It looks like he's searching for something. If judged by the way his head swirls left to right, it's an indication. You start to walk over him, curious if he needs help. Please don't go near the fire monster. For one, I'm a flower. I'm flammable. I know you are, Flowey whimpers. You reassure him the two of you will be okay and you definitely won't let him get burnt. It'll be hot enough when we reach Hotland, Flowey insists. Everything will be fine. You approach the monster with a smile on your face. He turns his head to look at you. You don't see a mouth, but he does have a narrowing, dark blue eyes. It's hard to tell if he's glaring at you or if that's how he normally looks. You offer to help. The monster looks down at you. You smile at him. He cocks his head to the side. A white light slowly cracks through the bottom of his face. A mouth is formed, and he asks you, "Did you see a dog?" And of course, no, we didn't see the dog. Well, we did see the dog and we helped the dog, but the dog was like absolutely freaking drunk. The monsters, you point in the direction you carried the dog monster home. The monster's eyes narrow into slits and his mouth disappears into his purple flames. The two of you continue to stare at one another for several long seconds. You wonder what it'd be like to hug fire. Maybe if you make friends with him, you'll get to find out. He turns around and immediately heads back inside. Road? mutters Flowey. You enter Snowden. Okay, so now we're gonna go and face Papyrus. Your boots crunch into the snow-covered road, and you can see Papyrus at the end of the village. You feel much warmer after spending time in Violet's shop. Flowey hugs you back. Are you ready? Flowey asks you. Yes, you are. You are filled with determination. I'm now going to go and fight Papyrus. We'll be right back. Golly, I nearly missed this scene, which takes place towards the end of the Papyrus fight. Stop trying to dissuade me, human. You will die, if not by me, by someone else. You won't die. And he doesn't have to fight you. He hesitates. Why are you trying so hard, human? You want to be his friend. I do not understand. I tried to kill you repeatedly. You don't even seem angry. Papyrus shifts his weight uneasily. It's hard to read his expression, but you get the distinct feeling he's uncomfortable. Remorseful? You remind him that you are alive. But I do not think I am capable of it, human. Do you not think I am capable of it, human? No. We know you are very capable. You have killed me. I assure you, I know you are very capable of murdering me. No. You're quite sure he could kill you. However, you also think he could not kill you too. That would be nice. You think the two of you can become friends. Really good friends. You can give him a smile and hold out your hand. You would like to be his friend, if he would accept it. Papyrus stares at your hand for several seconds. His hands are clenching into fists. You keep your hand out, patiently waiting. His voice is small when he asks you, why? You think he's great. Papyrus carefully considers your words. I am... Very well, human. I will give you a chance. Stay alive and I will let you call yourself a friend of the great Papyrus. Be grateful, human. I'm sparing you for now. You give Papyrus a hug. He stiffens immediately at contact. It takes him a solid 10 seconds of processing what you've done before he starts to awkwardly pat your back. Human, are you broken? You tell him this is what friends do. I see. Papyrus hesitantly hugs you back. Yay! You did it! You survived Snowden and made a friend! Success! Woohoo! Is this normal? Papyrus asks Flowey while he hugs you. Yeah, says Flowey. Strange. Yeah, agrees Flowey. He smiles and shakes his head. It's both wonderful and infatuating. Excuse you? What is this? What is this, Flowey? Flowey, what is this? What is this sentence, excuse you? Are you getting feelings for me? Excuse me, my sweet little flower? It is time to leave. Yes! Yes! I'm romancing the flower! Hooray! Wow, I never thought I'd get so excited about romancing a flower. You died 8 times. You could have died less, but that's okay. Maybe the next area will be kinder. You got a stick. Wonder what that could mean. And you were currently romancing Flowey. Hope your relationship can grow some more. Well, there's definitely something going on because he actually said a new dialogue there towards the end of the papyrus fight. Yay! We've done it. We did it. We did it. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay. Calm down, Twinkle. Okay, so we got waterfall to go through, and then we have to go into the lab. And after lab, we lose Flowey for a bit. Okay. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm sorry. It's going great so far. So far, I am 100% still in the romance round with the flower. Let's see if we can please keep him all the way. Hopefully I don't break this rope. But that was so cute. I loved his reaction there. And he hasn't gotten jealous yet, which is good. But if I accidentally make him jealous, then this route is screwed. Thus, our journey into Waterfall begins. As it becomes standard for your journey, things fall silent aside from your footsteps. Flowey keeps his head on your shoulder. It's nice that the crystals provide enough light to see the way forward. Your phone is still dead. Oh well. So you have no other option. You tug down on your striped sweater so it's more comfortably covering your butt. You do so love your striped sweater. It is your favourite one of your many sweaters back at home. Hey, Twinkle, you cock your head to show you're listening as you continue to walk. How did you fall? Ah, that's right. That all began with when you fell. You didn't mean to. Although it was an accident, I'm kind of glad you fell. Since I've been with you, I haven't felt so, I felt better. I feel better. So, thank you for falling. You give Flowey a big smile and tell him you were happy too. Is my little flower blushing? You notice a big red flower. You're finally leaving the narrow cavern, and at the end there's a large red flower. It goes up to your waist, with petals as large as your face. At the centre of the flower is a glistening starlight white. What a pretty flower. Although you notice there's a lot of things red down here, you look down at your stripy sweater. It is black with 2... yellow stripes. You reach out a hand to touch the flower. The flower pops at your touch. Boo! You stare at the flower, uncertain if you heard the voice from the flower. Flowey senses your confusion. He explains it's an echo flower. They remember the last conversation when someone touches it. Oh, magic sure is fascinating. You imagine how delighted the humans on the surface would be to encounter such a thing. You cannot help your smile as you admire the pretty flower. You step around the flower and your boots sink into something squishy and wet. What was I squishy and wet? It feels like you're now walking on a soaked sponge. You look down and see a red-tinted sludge. We're in the marshlands now, Flowey says. I haven't been here very often. To be honest, I don't remember why I stopped coming here. Do a lot of monsters live here? No monsters live here. That is absolutely untrue. Shiren lives here and she's a monster, I think. Once we get through here, we should reach Hotland, which connects to the city. Most monsters live in the city. Thorn is one of the rare exceptions. You suppose that makes sense. They're in a limited space. They don't have much room to expand without breaking the barrier. Again, you're back to that thought. Why is the barrier still standing? Do the monsters want to stay underground? There's the only explanation you can think of. With all the magic you've seen, you feel confident to say the monsters were destroying an old barrier with a little fuss. The only reason the barrier is still standing is because of Asgore. Because the monsters want to stay here and have the barrier stay up. Asgore. They want to stay underground. Asgore. You know they aren't fond of humans. Their hostility to you is plain. But that is enough reason to trap themselves? While the underground is beautiful, it must be stifling. There is no wind, no real wind here. The air is stagnant. There's no sunlight. The atmosphere is cold and it's quiet, and there's no freedom. Everyone and everything is restricted. It's beautiful and vibrantly red, but the limitations must get old. You take another look at your sweater. You run your hand down your sweater to feel its soft yet durable texture. To stay indefinitely in the underground would be awfully similar to wearing this stripy sweater every day for the rest of your life. Tiresome. What are you thinking about? Flowey asks you. You explain your thought process to the flower monster as you continue to walk. There is a pathway through the marshes. Although your boots get wet, each step is met with a squelch. Squelch, squelch. You sure do hope the other area will be dry. Your poor toes are still recovering from that little frostbite they had in Snowdon. The path is hard to discern from the other bits of the marsh. Most of the land is filled with the dark water, and in the water there are hundreds of blooming echo flowers and white mushrooms flourishing. The mushrooms and echo flowers seem to be the only source of light in the room, as red crystals found in the previous caravan are nowhere to be seen. Ah, Flowey says once you're done explaining. Yes, I think the other monsters would agree. So why do they say? Twinkle, you have to realise you're the first human who's... Flowey gestures to you with his leaf. Nice. As you walk, you realise it's starting to grow dark. You have no idea where to go, and the lights from the flowers and mushrooms are starting to dim. Flowey realises this too. Uh-oh, I think I remember why I don't come here that often. Will it brighten up again if you stay put? No, says Flowey. The mushrooms and flowers feed on magic fumes. Only monsters with a strong magical presence can bring them bright. I don't have enough, and you don't have any magic. Oh, pooh. So we'll still talk until a powerful monster comes through? Oh, hell. Yes, we should hurry. Yes, but hurry where? The path branches and you have no idea which one to choose. If only your phone was charged. Wait, don't you have a light? You know, the one inside you. The beautiful, vibrant, bright yellow soul? Why, thank you in a voice again. Have you not seen how brilliant it lights up in battle? You don't need a phone. You don't need a flashlight. You only ever need you. Okay, so I'm going to do this scene by here and I'll be right back. We just had a wonderful little concert with Siren and she hums it back to you as she slowly sinks into the marshy waters. Wow, says Flowey. All falls silence again. You're incredible, he says softly. You turn your head to bump your forehead against his face in an affectionate nuzzle. Affectionate? Oh my! Hee hee! So, first of all, a beautiful touch by the darkpetal16 there. If you go back through the marsh and you go straight back to where you met Siren, the echo flows actually now say thank you, which is a beautiful touch. Now, let's carry on, shall we? You did it. You made it out of the marshes. The thought of no longer having wet toes fills you with determination. Your soul pulses once, then disappears. The light is no longer needed. Good thinking, Flowey praises you. We got out there pretty quick, huh? You turn your head to give Flowey a gentle headbutt nuzzle. He does a small laugh in response. You're really cool, Twinkle, says Flowey. Yes, you are. You walk along a wooden path. It seems the water from the marshes runs underneath the wood, and as you walk, you hear the water moving. The hotlands aren't far from here, Flowey says. We cross the waterfall, and then one more bridge to connect. The wooden path splits off to one side and continues down the cavern. On the right as it opens up into a wide deck, and there are railings along the edge of the deck. Except at one spot where they've been hacked to pieces, so only bits of poles remain standing. That is very concerning. There are more red crystals on the ceiling. The room is significantly brighter than the tunnels have been, and it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust. You blink away the spots and notice you and Flowey aren't alone. Gathering around that hole is a group of small monsters, most of them are peering over the edge and into the darkness below. Gosh, what a peculiar spot to be. Anyone can sneak up behind them and shove them over. You walk over and say hello. The children take a step forward. They subtly position themselves between you and Undie. Thank God for that. Oh, that's a first. For the first time since you fell, a monster has made a gesture to shield you from harm. Although you are certain if Flowey was capable of it, he would. Oh my god, he definitely would. He would freaking murder and die. It is a small gesture, and you wouldn't want any child to jump on a spear for you at all. But considering what you've already faced, it means a lot. You are genuinely touched. You've really come so far on your journey, and you've stayed alive and befriended hostile monsters. Now you have monsters wanting to help you. At once, you are filled with determination. Your soul flares to life and you step out from behind the children. You will not back down. Oh god! I'll be back after this message from our sponsor. Oh golly. Twinkle, you alright? No, my PTSD just kicked in. And here I was about to go through this and not show you any part of Undy's fight for my own sanity, but then something happened, so I'm going to add it here. You tell Undy you don't want to fight her, but of course this is Undy. She is the most stubbornest creature in all of Underfell, next to Asriel. Who needs a punch? Undy twirls the spear around, her sharp yellow eyes gaze focusing on you. Her lips curl into a sneer and she starts to laugh at you. Ha! Of course you don't! Why would you? I'm gonna rip you to shreds, human! You ask the children to hold Flowey for a moment. You slip out the backpack and give it to Pathers. Flowey looks horrified at you. Twinkle! Please don't. Please don't. Please be safe. Please. Flowey stresses, a shrilled fear in his voice. The fire monster is trembling as he looks up at you. Oh. Let's see. You bump your head against his. Twinkle. Yep, I'm gonna now proceed to go into battle with frickin' Undy. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get the feeling that either this was intentional or somebody definitely has it out for me, because I totally was okay with just skipping all this interaction with Undy and just not covering any of it, but now I have to listen to this freaking music because Flowey's actually reacting and doing stuff he didn't normally do. God damn you, dark petals. I'm gonna try not to let the music get to me. But anyway, your palms are coated in your blood. It drips down the burning spear you hold. Why did I decide to grab that damn thing? You deflect her oncoming attack. Is that all you can do? She howls and jumps at you. The grip over your soul has disappeared. You can move your legs again. You brace yourself as she swings one of her spears down like a massive sword. You block it, but she raises her leg and kicks you hard in the midsection. You're sent hurling through the air. You slam into the cave wall, hitting it hard enough that your world spins and you lose your breath. Twinkle! Flowey cries in alarm. Roll! Trusting your companion, you roll forward before you can even have time to catch your breath. Everything's spinning, your chest is burning, your hands are throbbing. Adrenaline forces you back to your feet as you gasp for air. You see something blue and red rushing towards you, but your vision is doubled and blurred. You jump away. You have no choice but to dodge until your vision refocuses and you can obtain another spear. You have to keep moving. Rely more on instinct and adrenaline to keep yourself alive until you can blink away the spots and no longer feel pain in your chest when you breathe. Undy is relentless. She launches spear after spear at you. It's getting increasingly difficult to dodge. Twinkle! Catch! Flowey shouts. You see vines. His vines pick up a discarded spear. Flowey, whilst in the backpack, picks up a spear and throws it to you. You catch it with one hand just in time for Undy to hurl several more spears at you. In rapid succession, you deflect each one. Oh my god, thank goodness I have Flowey. You squeeze the spear tightly in your hand. It's hard to keep a hold of it because of horrifyingly you're bleeding. It feels like you don't have any skin left on your palms. Arrgh, you can't keep this up forever, she snaps. She raises her arms high and above and conjures a dozen spears. Oh, hell. Dash forward and focus on dodging. Each successful evasion only enrages Undy further. Your ability to stay alive without fighting back positively infuriates her. You can feel her malice and anger radiate from the spear, most especially the one in your hand. You can feel the echo of her resentment and resolve against you. Most notably, however, you can feel that spark of confusion. The rest deep inside her magic, and then you see something bad is about to happen. Through the corner of your eye, the world seems to slow down when you notice it. A red spear launched in fury was off its mark. It was heading straight towards Mon and Flowey. Your soul flickers, your heart stops, your breath catches, everything comes to a screeching halt in your mind. You would be okay. They would not. You slam harder on your heel and you use every bit of strength and determination you have inside to throw yourself in the way. Your abundantly change in direction immediately alarms Undy. You drop the spear and you lose your ability to feel the echo of her emotions. But not before you catch a glimpse of a horrified realization from her. Your body tackles into the monster children. Something whizzes by you. You're tense, expecting the spear to dig into your vulnerable back. Nothing happens. Twinkle, Flowey whispers to you. What just happened? Mon asks you. You slowly sit up, and Di has reached you. All space are evaporated, leaving nothing but gouges and rock. You! And Di growls lowly at you, her single eyes narrowed and insane. What do you think you're doing? You don't get a chance to respond when Undyne grabs you by the collar and lifts you off freaking above her. Huh? Leave her alone, Puffers protest. Yeah, Twinkle saved, and Di drops you on the ground. Her hands are clenched tightly into fists. In all honesty, you nearly freaking killed these kids, woman. Your job was to protect them. What did you do? You nearly screwed them over. You look up at her, bleeding, sore and battered. You give her a weak smile and she looks at you with disgust. You! She sighs and runs a hand over her face. Fuck, let's go, kids. I'll take you all back to Snowding. What about... And Di grabs each of them by the back of their collars and starts to drag them away. She glares over her shoulder at you. One pass, human, she snaps. You get 1 day to get the hell out of here. You tell her it was nice to meet her. Eat shit! You are soon left alone. Well, not entirely. Flowey's binds encircle your hand. He carefully twists them around so the two of you can better examine the damage. It's not pretty. There's not much... there doesn't seem to be much skin left. If only I was stronger, he whispers, staring at your bloody palm. I'm sorry, Twinkle. It's okay, you can deal with this. Come on, Twinkle, says Flowey. There's a laboratory in Hotland. I'm sure there's some healing supplies we can use. You lower your head to gently nuzzle against Flowey. He sighs into you. What am I going to do with you? Yeah. That sounds good. Enter Hotland. Poor Flowey, so freaking stressed out dealing with me. He's like, God, I'm gonna need therapy. How are things shaping up? You're a woman who fell into Underfell while in a black sweater with 2 yellow stripes. It's long enough to cover your butt. You're wearing a pair of leggings and boots. You have a beautiful indigo eyes and a charming yellow soul. You gave Tori a hug. You met Papyrus and you thought he was cool and you made friends with him. You also completed the maze on your first try. You died 10 times. You got a stick from the dogs. You still got a mysterious chain. Siren and you were singing. You saved a child. And you're romancing Flowey and he really seems very fond of you and is currently stressed out because we nearly died. He needs a holiday after this, I swear. Now, it's time to head into the lab.